Welcome to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Let's begin with today's news headlines. The Lowcountry escaped the blizzards and power outages north of us, but not the cracked plumbing of exposed pipes in the freezing temperatures. The Beaufort Jasper Water and Sewer Authority knows of more than 3,000 broken pipes from the frigid weekend that are leading to low water pressure in some areas. They have not issued any boil water notices, but is asking those of you with broken pipes to turn off your main water valves to help the water pressure for others. So Christmas is now over, and what do you do with that tree or even the lights? Well, Beaufort County and the town of Hilton Head are offering tree recycling options. The county will allow you to put trees in the yard waste bins at all sites, and even the Shanklin Road site in Beaufort or the Simmonsville Road site in Bluffton, if you don't have a county disposal decal. Hilton Head Island is not only renewing its grinding of the greens, but also taking in holiday lights you'd like to recycle. Drop-off sites are the same as in the past. At the Old Gullah Flea Market site on Chamberlain Drive across Highway 278 from the Squire Pope Road light, and the South Forest Beach side of Kalini Beach parking lot next to Lowcountry Celebration Park. Now, the sites will be open until January 15th of 2023, and everyone's then invited to pick up free mulch beginning on January the 17th. And just remember, there will be bins for the holiday light recycling at those two sites as well. In a land swap with the Safe Harbor Marinas, the town of Port Royal is likely to take its new property and not develop it, but turn it into a public park and maybe even connect it to Sands Beach. The nearly 5 acres includes fabulous views of marshland abutting Battery Creek. Now, Safe Harbor's land in the swap is the Port of Port Royal waterfront and a little more than 2 acres of land closer to it than the land it's giving the town. A final vote on the land swap is expected in January. A $1 million Christmas present to South Carolina's Department of Mental Health will be used to enhance the state's 988 suicide and crisis lifeline services. The one-time grant will help staff the hotlines call centers in Greenville and one in 2023 in Charleston. The $1 million comes from the federal mental health services budget. Now, the state legislature has not yet approved any funding for the call centers, but will have $3.5 billion extra dollars to appropriate in the next legislative session. Lowcountry Congresswoman Nancy Mace voted against the omnibus government funding bill that passed last week, saying it was like, well, letting your friend run up the bar bill tab and then just leaving you hanging with a bill. She says the new budget doesn't balance, it just runs up the deficit and doesn't have any spending offsets. Well, on the other side, you could say she was willing to risk a government shutdown at Christmas and would cut out a big increase in military spending, help for retirees, and border security, issues that she's been very outspoken about in the past. Well, you may have wondered in recent years how the Lowcountry could support at least 3 glossy, high-class magazines in a business where magazines are disappearing with increasing frequency. The first to go under is Hilton Head Monthly after over 30 years, shutting down just before Christmas, with the January issue just about to go to the printer. Monthly employed 6 full-time staffers and more than a dozen freelancers. The magazine website said it had 30,000 subscribers. Well, you can still get CH2 and its sister CB2 and Local Life in your mailboxes or newsstands next month. And finally, those of you who drive across Woods Bridge over the Beaufort River between Beaufort and Ladies Island probably curse the occasions when the bridge has to swing open to let boats through. But the city of Beaufort is fine with the delays and is even campaigning to make sure the 63-year-old bridge won't be replaced by seeking a spot on the National Register of Historic Places. The town is doing a traffic study also to try to make the bridge openings more efficient for handling the increased traffic over the landmark. For more information on these stories and many more, please check out the media sources listed on the screen. And remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And please go to our website at WHHI-TV.com. And if you have a news tip, a story idea, even a cool weather photo, well, email it to us at news@WHHI-TV.com. And now let's check in with Jessa Jeremiah with an update on the weather. Jessa, take it away.
Robyn, I'm representing what everyone's been hoping for, which is some warmer weather. I'm going to tell you about it now. This is really the start of what is going to be the warm up for us today. So we're going to see temperatures start to rise. What we're looking at for Hilton Head, Wednesday is a low of 43 and a high of 46. We've got Bluffton at a low of 40 and a high of 56. And Beaufort's a little bit behind with a low of 39 and a high of 56. Let's tell you a little bit about what to expect for daylight. So we're seeing it start to creep little by little, right? Our sunrise is at 7:21 in the morning, sunset at 5:27 p.m., almost 5:30, a couple more days we'll be there. The tides, so for those of you who love to fish and you want to get out there during low tide, high tide, we've got that for you now. 6:10 in the morning is that low tide, so before sunrise. High tide then is in the middle of the day at 12:50 p.m. Let's talk a little bit about what to expect over the next 3 days. So again, the temperatures are going to continue to rise. We're glad for that. As we get into Thursday, the lows are going to be in the upper 40s, lower 50s. Highs looking like 60 to about 65. And we've still got some sunshine. As we get into Friday, we're going to see a few clouds rolling in. But again, warming up. So lows in the mid 50s. We might even see 70. So fingers crossed on that one on Friday. The weekend is going to be a little bit warmer, but we are going to see rain. So by Saturday, expect to see a good bit of showers in the morning and possibly afternoon as well, with the upper 50s being in our lows and the lower 60s as our highs. Looking forward to those warmer days, Robyn.
Oh, me too. It was so cold last weekend of Christmas. I was just like, my furnace was just on and on and on. And I was just like, oh, I'm ready for some warm weather. So good job.
And I know our viewers are too, but don't go anywhere yet because I've got something for Robyn. So hang tight.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. She has a bag over there.
I have a bag. So Robyn's probably wondering, Robyn, your birthday, a happy birthday. You were such a joy here at the station. And I mean, I'm from Wisconsin, so I almost got cheese puffs, but heck, you know, it's a birthday cookie.
Thank you, Jess. And thank you very much. When you get to be my age, you don't really like to celebrate too much, but what's the alternative, right?
That's right. Well, hey, look, we love you here at the station.
Thank you.
Happy
birthday. Love
birthday.
working for you and love working here at WHHI. And we'll be right back with more news in just a moment. Stay with us.